Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ty. This is how to clean your UGGs using the UGG Australia Care Kit. What's in the kit? In the kit you'll find sheepskin cleaner and conditioner, sheepskin refresher, sheepskin protector, and an UGG suede brush. Other things that you'll need for this DIY, I have some plastic gloves, a plastic tray, I also have an old towel or you can use a sponge, and I have a garbage bag. The first pair of shoes that I'll show you are the Tasman Slippers, and this is what they look like before I get ready to clean them. Whenever you see shoe number 1, it will be in reference to these slippers. Shoe number 2 will be in reference to the women's Coquette slippers that you see here. I want you to see what they look like again before I start cleaning, what the condition is of the bottom of the slippers, the top of the slippers, and the sides. So what I'm going to do now is fill up my tray with cold water. And I will be using the sheepskin cleaner and conditioner. I'll put a couple of squirts right into the water. I'm first going to be working on the Tasman slipper or shoe 1. What I did is just dipped it in the water, and now I'm going to wring it out and then just rub it across the suede and clean all of that surface or deep down dirt off of the surface of the slipper. This will of course be repeated until the shoe is clean. You want to make sure that you wet the surface of the shoe evenly so that when it dries evenly with no water spots. When you're satisfied that the suede is clean, go around the sides of the shoe and make sure that the rubber around the shoe is clean. I also make sure that I clean the sheepskin on the inside of the shoe and just get everything nice and fresh. And this is what it looks like after I've cleaned everything and wiped everything down. And of course, after you've cleaned it, when you check it and look and see and there's something that's still not as clean as you'd like, just go right back over it. And this of course is shoe number 2. I wanted you to see how I clean this as well because both of them are different colors and you'll be able to see how this looks when it's wet also. Again, evenly wet the surface so that when it dries evenly with no water spots. And I'm going to make sure that I get the fur on the outside of the slipper as well as the fur that's on the inside of the slipper. And here's the slipper thoroughly cleaned. Both pairs of slippers are washed, and now what I need to do is stuff them both so that they can keep their shape as they dry. I use plastic grocery bags. Some people stuff them with newspaper. I feel like newspaper is gonna stain the inside of my shoes, but you can use whichever you choose as long as the shoes are stuffed when they're being dried. As you can see, I pack them pretty tight because I want them to dry straight without any wrinkles or creases in them. So this is what shoe number 2 looks like washed and stuffed. And shoe number 1 complete and ready to dry. I included shoe number 3, which are women Coquette slippers. They're pretty badly soiled. They've been beat up pretty bad, as you can look inside the shoe and see. But I did want to include this in this video so it's not just 2 pairs of shoes that are slightly soiled, but I wanted you to see these as well. With badly soiled shoes, it just takes a little bit more elbow grease. You will clean them exactly the same way that you saw me clean the other 2 pairs of slippers, but you just, if there's spots in a certain area, just get there and stay for a long time until the spot is removed. Now I'm going to clean the fur and break up the dirt that is in that, and then make it look a bit more fresh again. The inside of these slippers have definitely seen better days, but you just clean and make sure that you freshen them up just as you would any other shoe that you have. Now I'm just going to stuff these also so that they're nice and clean and so they won't get any creases while drying. Time to clean up. I'm just going to dump this out and you'll see some of the dirt that's come off of the slippers. I'm just going to rinse this out and get on with it. So now that the shoes are clean, they'll need 24-hour drying time, and here they are out in the open air in a nice ventilated area so that they can dry for 24 hours. And 24 hours later, we're on to our next steps. I have my plastic gloves, a plastic garbage bag, I have my UGG kit, and then I have my brush. I lost my UGG brush, so I will be using this one instead. This is what the Tasman slippers look like after 24 hours of drying time. And here is shoe number 2, or the Coquette slippers, after they've dried. And of course shoe number 3, or the women's Coquette slippers that were badly soiled. Also, as you can see, the heel area is very worn on these slippers, which is typical of UGG slippers. I'm now going to put on my plastic gloves, and I've already covered my sink area. This is the Sheepskin refresher spray that I'm going to spray inside of each shoe. This has a nice fragrance that'll just keep the shoe fresh inside. I'll just go in and remove the stuffing and spritz the shoe thoroughly inside. I'm not sure why I didn't film this, but at this point, I also, after I hit the shoes with the refresher spray, I spray them with Lysol as well for disinfecting. I usually do this every year with my shoes. I find out which ones need to be cleaned just before it starts getting cold outside. I do this and then they're ready to go. So after the refresher spray and the Lysol, I get into brushing the suede. The suede should always be brushed in one direction. And after you give it a nice vigorous brush, you'll notice that it looks much more like suede again. You can definitely tell the difference between the shoe that was brushed out and the one that was not. So this will continue on until everything is nicely brushed out. And now they are perfect. With the Coquette, I always make sure that I brush out the fur on the outside of the shoe and the inside of the shoe, just to fluff it back out. It's time to spray the shoes with protectant. Make sure you spray the shoes outside in a well-ventilated area. And here's the protectant again. And I'm just going to spray the shoes all around so that if you happen to wear these out when it's cold outside and it's raining or something, it won't stain your shoes. So they are all sprayed again, and this is what they look like. They will have to stay outside for yet another 24 hours to be ready. And 24 hours later, this is what they look like. I do want to mention that UGG sells sheepskin insoles for your shoes to replace them when the heel is as bad as you saw the ones that I have, and these insoles are about $20. And that will bring this DIY to an end. This is what the Tasman slippers look like. I'm always amazed when I'm done cleaning them. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually love cleaning my UGGs every year. I look forward to doing it. because now they're fresh and clean and it's like having a new pair of shoes. And here is the final pics of the Coquette slippers. They are clean and fresh and ready to wear. They absolutely look new. So in this DIY, we've cleaned the suede, we've cleaned the sheepskin, and we cleaned the rubber around each one of the slippers using the UGG Australia Care Kit. And here are the soiled Coquette slippers. Look how much better they look. If this video was something you like, give it a thumbs up. I do have a video that I did last year. If you don't have the UGG Care Kit, it'll show you how to be able to clean your Uggs on the cheap. Check those out. Those will be in the description box. Give it a thumbs up, as I say. Subscribe and turn on those notifications. And thank you so much for watching.